Well, good day, beautiful people. I hope you all have had a wonderful holiday season. But I want to continue my series on the beauty of a woman. And in this series, I'm going to ask a question, y'all. Is colorism still a thing in today's age? Because I truly think that it is still a thing in 2024, almost 2025. And it's crazy to me how this is still going on in this age. And I just think that sometimes some things we are never going to get past. Sometimes I really do. And I'm saying this because last night I was having a conversation with someone, and she brought up these two young ladies that we both know. And I noticed whenever she brings up these two ladies, whenever we talk about them, the only thing that she really ever says about them is how beautiful, or I just think that they are some of the most beautiful women. And she says this every time we talk about these two ladies. Now, mind you, both of these young ladies are light-skinned young ladies with, a certain texture of hair, what, a lot of times what black people deem as good hair. And she says this a lot. Every time we talk about them, all she talks about is just how beautiful they are all the time. Now, not once in all of the time that I've ever talked to her do I ever hear her saying anything about how beautiful a darker complected woman is. But whenever she talks about these two young ladies, all she ever talks about is how beautiful they are. And so on last night, I asked her, I said, are you saying that they are so beautiful because they are light-skinned women? And she said, no. She said, because I think there are some darker skinned women that I have seen that I just think they are so gorgeous. Now, she never talks about this with me. She never talks about how she thinks that a darker skinned woman is gorgeous. But whenever these two young ladies come up, she always just goes on and on about how gorgeous they are. And then I was talking to more like an acquaintance. They're not really a friend, but they recently pledged in a sorority. And she made the comment about how there were some AKAs who really wanted her to pledge AKA because she's light-skinned. And I'm like, what? I'm just sitting up like, oh my gosh, are we still dealing with colorism? We learned about colorism in history, about how it took place in slavery, and even how it took place during segregation. And I'm like, I really thought that we had gotten past this point in life. And I understand that people can have their preferences. That is absolutely okay with me. But when you go to just talking about that somebody is beauty because of their complexion and the type of, they're beautiful, because of their complexion and their hair texture, because I can even remember a guy that I knew. This man would always tell me now he was trying to talk to me, but I can remember how when I didn't really want to talk to him, how he would tell me, well, you're really not my type because you're not light-skinned with wavy hair. And I was like, you idiot. The fact that you would say that to someone it just really shows how much you don't even love yourself. Because you can have your preferences, but don't say to me, oh, I ain't your type because I'm not a certain complexion, or because I'm not I don't have a certain hair texture. And then I saw his mother, and his mother was my complexion. So to me, do you not like your mama? Because how dare you say something like that to me? I just thought that sometimes it can be demeaning that you would say to someone's face that they're not your type because of their complexion and because they don't have a certain type of hair. But I just really think, I cannot imagine that we are still dealing with colorism in this day and age. It's just baffling to me, because I am the type of person, I don't care what complexion you are. I don't care what type of hair you got. God created this hair. He created this complexion, and you are beautiful, okay? I am beautiful. I tell myself, I look in the mirror all the time and I tell myself, I say, I am beautiful. I am fearfully, I am wonderfully made. Marvelous is his works. Because I don't want anyone to ever think that they're not beautiful because they don't look a certain way. I love this nose that God gave me. I love these lips that God gave me. I love this hair that he gave me. Yes, it is beautiful. I love this complexion that he gave me because marvelous is his works. And it's just a shame to me that we're like still dealing with colorism in this day and age. And then the thing is, some people are so blatant about it. You know, they don't even try to hide it. Like they're just really blatant about it. And I'm just like, man, I cannot believe in 2024, almost 2025, we still talking about colorists and stuff like that. Colorism, I'm sorry. But it's different. Now, this may not be everyone's experience, but it has definitely been my experience, because I can even remember when I was younger and when I would be around, you know, a certain family member, people would always walk up to her because she was lighter complected and just tell her how beautiful she was. But they would never say anything to me, but they would always talk about how beautiful she was. And I noticed this even in my younger years. I didn't know it was called colorism as a child, but even as I got older and learned about the history, I learned about colorism. But it just saddens me that it's still going on even in this day and age. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we still basing things off the complexion of someone's skin? Like, when are we gonna ever get past it? Which it seems like we're never gonna get past it. But yeah, that was just shocking to me. And I wanted to do this video because I don't know who may be dealing with this, who may be going through this even in this day and age. But y'all, this colorism thing, it still exists. And I just don't care about your color. You are beautiful. I don't care if you're white, green, black, blue. I don't care if you as dark as the pavement on the ground. You are beautiful. And I really tried to love when I was, you know, in dating and stuff like that. I really want to love people based off their character, not by just how they look, their skin complexion and stuff like that. Because you can like somebody based off their looks and they could be a terrible person. They could have a terrible heart, they could have bad character and all of that stuff. That's why I've learned to love a person based off of their heart and their character and things like that. But this colorism stuff is just, it needs to stop. It really does. Because you are beautiful. Always know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made.